Welcome back, everyone, to another Math Notes. This is 8.2.2, curve fitting an exponential function. So we're going to learn to write the equation of an exponential function that passes through some points. Let's do it. To write an equation for an exponential function in the form of y equals ab to the x that passes through two given points, we're going to create a system of equations. We're going to substitute in x and y from both points into two equations, and we're going to solve for the other constants a and b. Let's just scroll right down here and look at an example. In fact, why don't I work this one here? We're going to look at an exponential function that goes through these 2 points, and I'll fix this in just a second. Maybe. We wanted to go through 214 and 512. So I'm going to start by writing y equals ab to the x 2 times. We'll do that one in blue. We'll do this one in red. We're going to substitute in our x and y for these 2 equations. And then we're going to solve for a. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to divide both sides by b squared. When I divide that by b squared, I get a big 1 there. Those cancel out, and I'm left with a equals 14 over b squared. Then I'm going to do some substitution. I'm going to take this, plug it in for my a value right here. So I will have 112 equals 14 over b squared times b to the 5th. Let's think about what this means. Remembering our rules for exponents. B to the 5th means that I'm multiplying 5 b's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have b squared, that's multiplying 2 b's. So that gives me a couple big 1s in here that cancel those out. And I'm left with 14b cubed equals 112. So now I'm just going to solve for b. I'm going to divide both sides by 14. Turns out that 112 divided by 14 is actually 8. And then we want to solve for b, so we're going to take the cube root of both sides to get rid of that b cubed. The cube root of 8 is 2. So b equals 2. Now I'm going to take that 2 and plug it back into my first equation right here to solve for a. So we're going to have 14 over 2 squared equals a. So a is going to equal 14 over 4, which equals 7 over 2, or 3.5. So now I know that my a value is 3.5. My b value is 2, so my final equation, which is still in the form of ab to the x, is going to be y equals 3.5 times 2 to the x. Alright, on the next screen, guys, I have a sample problem pretty similar to that. We want to find the equation of an exponential function that goes through the points 2, 9 and 5, 243. So we start off by writing those 2 unfilled in versions of exponential equations, y equals ab to the x, y equals ab to the x, and plugging in our x and y for the first point, which is 2 and 9, and our x and y for the second point, which is 5 and 243. I'll leave you to solve the rest of it.